I didn't do a video last week because I had a hard drive die, so we lost all the footage of working, or most of the footage for the Porsche. I think we have a short clip for headlights, all the footage for the work on the Audi, the alternator, the map on the Blazer. So I had to have a bunch of footage to work on tires, so that's what this week's gonna be. Hope you guys enjoy. Well, we had the front tire sit for a whole week. It wasn't leaking any air, so we're just gonna throw that back together. We got a bunch of sawdust and stuff on this when we work on the Audi. So cleaned all this off. Gonna spray some white lithium grease on it and get this reassembled. Should be able to slide the rod in all the way. Then that will hold on this side. This side's a little bit of a spacer. Then we should be able to use the end cap, get threaded on a little bit. Once we get that in position, we can go ahead and tighten the 4 bolts on the side. Make sure it spins right and you have it together right. On the FJR, there was washers on the back. Then put that together right and have the rear brake lock up on me. That was so much fun. The not so helpful one.
Porsche 987 headlight reinstall. See tabs, see grooves, both sides. Oh yeah, and like don't scratch things. And then you peel this back, it goes way down in there. There's a little, basically just a socket. This is the official Porsche tool that came with it. But just make sure you're seated. Don't forget things. And do all that work. That's it. You put your tools away.
Alright, I took about 3 of these and just sealed up the whole thing. So if this doesn't work, I don't even know anymore. So even with all this sealed in, somehow air's getting under this one between the actual gasket and the Loctite gasket, then leaking to the Loctite or the actual gasket somehow and bleeding out. So I'm ripping out all the gaskets and just sealing spokes. Loctite made a pretty good gasket in my opinion. So you have this big gasket here that fits into grooves. Then looks like there's this red one under it. So air got to the Loctite one, this rubber one, and then the red one. So we went through all these sealed, let it sit for 24 hours to seal up. Now we got a new valve stem we're gonna throw in. So this will fit right in there. Reseat everything. Had this thing on and off so many times. The tire mounting paste has actually showed up, so we can actually use that now. Went through, tried to the individual spokes. Looks like we still have 10 of them. I marked them with zip ties, so I know which ones to redo. But you can still, they're still blowing out quite a bit of bubbles. So go through all the ones marked with zip ties, resealing those. Then we'll see if we did a good enough job next time. As much fun as tearing all that off and resealing it, I didn't film it. Thank you guys for watching. Next week we should have a fuel filter ready for the Blazer to get that fixed because it has random misfires. And if this doesn't leak, I ordered a new tube port, so we're going to throw that on. I still have this band for it, so I need to throw this band back on. Then we have a new gasket that should fit into these grooves. Get that thrown back on. And if it's not leaking like this, it's not going to leak with the gasket unless the stems are just bad. If that's the case, I'm just going to take the gasket back out and run a standard stem in it. See you guys next week.